Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bedrock Kingdom. My name is Slick, and this is the series where we're playing Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Happy New Year! I hope you've all had a great holiday season, and I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all for the support. My channel got started in 2019 last year, and the community has just been wonderful. I'm up to 106 subscribers as of today, and you guys really keep me motivated to keep doing these videos. So I want to just take the time to say thank you and let you know how much I appreciate all of you. I hope you all had a great holiday season, and let's get started. So in between episodes, I got a lot accomplished since it's been about a month. It's been pretty easy to get a lot done. So let's take a look at this wall here. This is where we start our little tour. I started working on connecting this wall and just getting the front of our keep set up. I think it's coming along. It's still a long ways to go, but you know, we're making progress. So in here, this is going to be the top floor. I started just laying out walls, still trying to figure out how I want to design these rooms and what the purpose of all these rooms are going to be, and trying to keep it practical at the same time. So let's take a look downstairs real fast, and I'll show you what I've accomplished down there. If we just come down, so this will be the entrance to the rest of our base, the rest of our castle area. And so coming in from this entrance, we'll have a grand entryway with stairs going down on either side. So let's take a look down here. Everything is still really ugly right now. It's just rough cut. Just trying to figure out how I'm going to lay things out. And I've decided that this is where our storage room is going to be. So obviously it's just a bunch of chests in a room full of junk right now. Random junk. I did try to sort it a bit, but we definitely have a lot of progress to make in here. My thought process is I wanted it as close to the inside of the castle area as possible, so that way I could set up a nice item transport system. So let's take a look and I'll show you what I mean there. Psst, down here. So over in this area, this is where we're going to have all of our farms back over here, and I'd like to have some type of system to get all of the items into the storage room. So the storage room actually is basically right under here, under these steps. So below the ground here, at some point in the future, my plan is to dig out a bunch of waterways. So we'll have each farm will just dispense all the items into a track of water on an ice path, and all of the items will just flow right into the castle. It'll be pretty nice. I did make a little more progress on this tower. That's what we covered last episode. I have decided I am going to be doing some more stuff down there in the future. We'll add like a potion brewing stand and things like that. It's going to be pretty cool. So one thing that I totally forgot to put on our to-do list back there is a slime farm. So yeah, a lot of the farms that we're going to build are going to take a ton of slime balls. So that's one thing that we're going to be focusing on for today, is getting the slime farm set up, which of course means the first step is finding out where we want to put it. So I've done some checking. I've figured out where my slime chunks are. It's very interesting. I believe this is true, but I heard recently that all Bedrock worlds have the same slime chunks. So that's interesting to me. Like, no matter what your seed is, your slime chunks are going to be the same. I assume that's true because I read it on the internet, and we all know that if you read it on the internet, it must be true, right? Psst, hey. Yeah, okay. So a key factor for building a slime farm is having sky access, because it greatly increases your rates. So the problem with that is I don't want to have just a big ugly hole just lying around somewhere. So I really need to take a look around. I know where some slime chunks are nearby, but I want some place that's close enough that I could go there very easily and potentially, hopefully, have the items automatically flow into the castle. That would be pretty cool. But also someplace that we're not going to just see a big ugly hole all the time. So I'm going to take a look around and see what I can find, and I will see you momentarily. And just like that, through the power of editing, what has been over a week for me was just mere seconds for you. Yeah, that's right. It's like a week later since the last clip. So I have accomplished so much. So if you've seen any of my previous videos, I'm a big fan of doing time lapses, and I was really hoping, and I tried to come up with some good time lapse footage for you for everything that I've accomplished in the past week, but it just doesn't work without the replay mod, you know, because everything you're getting is either from my perspective or you know, like an F5 perspective maybe, but it's just not the same. It's not nearly as cool. So I did a thing. I found a spot. Last time we talked, I was looking for a spot to put the slime farm, and our castle is just over there. You just saw me come from there, and just through here is a thing. So let's grab some, grab this lead, plunk this horse down, and I'll show you what I did. Many chests worth of stuff later. We've got a big hole. Check it out. Yep, this is the beginnings of a slime farm. I got a little carried away. My plan was to just get the hole dug out for you, but yeah, I wanted to get some progress done, and winter break. You know, my executive team, my kids were on winter break, and they just got back into school. And I don't know if you know how hard it is to record a video when there's 4 kids running around the house, but it's very hard. So let's take a look at just massive amounts of just random junk blocks, plus what I've got down below. In here, I did find some diamonds. That was cool, and actually spent some diamonds because I'm pretty sure all of these tools have broken and been repaired over and over and over again. I did get a good bit of iron. I'll show you that in a minute, but one thing that I did not have nearly enough of, that I forgot to plan ahead for, was pumpkins. So yeah, we're gonna need some golems to make this slime farm work, and so I've just been growing pumpkins. Hey, down here. Over and over and over, and this horse keeps breaking them. I'm gonna kill that horse one day. So I'm just gonna grab these real fast, and then I'll take you downstairs and show you the bottom of the hole. Right. Now I've got some more pumpkins to bring with me. I'll just drop off these seeds. Get out of here, and let's come around here. So I tried to make this as clean as possible. I realized about halfway down that the walls were really ugly, and I wanted them all to be smooth, and I certainly wasn't going to replace all of the stone because, you know, I'm not nearly patient enough for that. So about halfway down or so, I started ripping the walls out and at least putting stone in the walls, which was, hey, look, we got a slime. Bye. Oh, wow, that was interesting. How did he spawn on that tiny little platform? He should be too big for that. Anyway, I'll get those walls cleaned up at some point. So if you take a look, I got a couple of little holes here, down and up. So down we go. All right. So this is some more stuff that I got. I made a trip to the nether, got some magma blocks, did get some soul sand. I had to go find some kelp so I can get this waterway in. I've gotten a lot done. So down here in the bottom of the hole, this is our spawning platform. So far I've only got 2 full platforms in, and I started on the 3rd, and then I realized you know, I was having to kill these guys, and it probably wasn't a good idea to put all of the platforms in before I put the killing area in, and I didn't want to do that until I brought you guys back and showed you where we're at and what we've accomplished. So let's take a look. Down in here, that driving me nuts. I get him? No. Oh, I hate that bat. Anyway, so down in here we've got a rail track, which is going to be covered up with magma blocks to kill all of the slimes, and I've got 2 separate tracks so that way I can have double fast pickup, and I've just got a bunch of hoppers underneath to empty out the hopper minecarts as they go. So I've got these levers over here that will launch the minecarts, and I'll just launch them one time just for demonstrative purposes. And there they go. I'm glad they don't get interfered with by the slimes there. But yeah, so we're gonna plunk some snow golems down. This design is actually not my design. It's by a guy called Silent Whisperer. I'll leave a link. You have no idea how long I've been trying to kill that annoying bat. Hang on, give me a second. All right, victory dance complete. Finally. So yeah, Silent Whisperer actually designed this farm. I will leave a link to the description, or a link to his video in the description. But let's get the next step in, because these guys are driving me nuts. So we're just gonna plonk some magma blocks in here to kill all those guys off. I should probably just kill these guys first, huh? Don't you think? Probably a smart idea. Get out of here. All right. Take that. And then I hope this magma block doesn't kill me one day. That would be just my luck. All right. So now the next thing we need to do is to find a way to attract all of the slimes to the center there. We're gonna build some snow golems. I really appreciated his video. It was definitely very helpful to me. So let's get everything that we need to make this go. We're gonna need some rails. Do I have a minecart somewhere? Anywhere? There it is. All right, so it's a pretty simple process. Now in his video, it was the one chunk slime farm video. He did basically half of this farm. I found a double chunk, so we'll have twice as many spawns. I thought about just doing one because based on his calculations, the rates that you get don't go up that high, but I figured while I was here, I might as well. So grab, I just know this slime is just gonna pop on me as soon as I get started with it. That for a second. Put you there. Go there. Get out of here. Come on. There he goes. All by himself. Good job. So then we're just going to surround this with walls. Go ahead and break rails here. Like having to hold shift the whole time so I don't get burned. But better than getting burned, right? So we'll just kind of nudge him into the middle. There we go. And we'll just surround him by walls so that way none of these slimes can bother him or nudge him out of place. Oh, but now I've got a problem. Think that one through. Put you back in the corner for a second. Now. Go. Gonna need that. Oh. And like that. There we go. Now we'll get you back in the middle. Yeah, I always forget that pumpkins have to be placed on a block. You can't just place them on the side. They got to be right on a block. Which, you know, makes sense. More things should be like that. So, just like that, that is this bottom level complete. Our item collection system is complete. And now the slime should be headed towards this guy. And this gap should be small enough that he won't be nudged out of the way or hurt by any of the slime. So now what I need to do is repeat this process over and over. You can see all along the side where I've measured out where all of the different platforms are going to be. There'll be one block below the jack-o'-lanterns in the corners there. And yeah, I changed up the pattern on the bottom a bit just to save on pumpkins. And I'm pretty sure that I've got a strong enough light level to cover any spawning spaces. I didn't calculate it or anything, but I'm pretty sure that's good enough to make sure no other mobs spawn in this farm. So let's get some progress made. I think the first thing I'm going to do is build up all of the snow golems in the middle and then put the rest of the platforms around the side. So time to start placing some blocks. Progress has been made, so I've gotten 4 spawning layers complete, 5 more to go. We're going to have 9 platforms total, snow golems all across the middle. And for those of you that don't know, namely, you know, some people I know specifically that might not get how this works, the principle is pretty easy. So slimes can spawn up until Y level 40 in a slime chunk. So anywhere below Y40 they can spawn. And regardless of light level doesn't matter. So you want to light up as much as possible so that way other mobs don't spawn. So all you're getting is slimes. And let's come up here and look at the different platforms. So the pumpkins in the floor provide enough light, but they also count as a solid block, so they don't take up any spawning spaces, and slimes can spawn on top of the pumpkins, so that's pretty cool. And then if we come up to the top, a little bit farther, the key here is that the slimes are attracted to the snow golems, and they don't care if there's a big gap. They're going to try and attack them. They'll go straight for them and just drop straight down to their death. And whatever survives the fall will not survive the magma block. So it's pretty simple concept there. I'm going to spend some time in between episodes and finish off the rest of these platforms and get the rest of the snow golems put in. I got to grow some more pumpkins. I've got enough for maybe 2 more levels, but this has been taking up plenty of my day, and it's almost time for me to eat. So I think this is where I'm going to leave this part for now, and then we will see. I'll show it off in the next episode. But for now, and don't forget to check out Silent's video on the concept behind this and how to put this whole thing together. It's a pretty awesome video. The other cool thing that happened while I was working on those is we got a couple of patrols came and attacked us. So I'm just gonna leave their banners here every time a patrol comes up. That's I killed 2 of them here, so that's pretty cool. And now let's take a look and see how many slime balls we got. Not too shabby. Just over 3 stacks, just in the amount of time, maybe an hour and a half I've been working on this. So yeah, just over 3 stacks. That's not too shabby. Let's snatch those up and head back to base, and then we'll talk about what's coming up. Back home in our castle, and we still have a lot of work to do. I've still got those 5 levels I mentioned to I think the slime farm is that way, 5 levels to finish building up and put all the rest of the snow golems in, and then the big key is getting all of those items over here. That's going to be the hardest part. So in between episodes, I'm going to finish building that off, and then I was thinking about how I know I mentioned it already about the replay mod, but I'm thinking about how I can bring you guys along for the actual building process and construction process, and it's really difficult without being able to do time lapses. And so what I was thinking is I think I'm going to start streaming in the near future. Let me know down in the comments if that's something you think you would be interested in, and also give me your opinion on where should I stream. I know people that are on Twitch. I know people that are on Mixer. I can't say that I know anybody that streams on YouTube. I mean, I know of people, but I don't. I've never interacted with anybody that streams on YouTube. But let me know what you think down in the comment section about whether or not we should start streaming, and also which platform do you think would be best for us to start streaming on. Because here in the near future, we've got a lot of big projects coming up to get this really going, and it's a lot of things that I'm going to have to do that you guys aren't going to get to see. And you're just going to see big jumps in development. And, I'd like for at least some people to see a little bit of the in-between. And without being able to do those time lapses, I think that's the best way to bring you guys along, is to just start doing live streams. So in between episodes, my plan is to start digging out the tunnel to get the items from over there to over here. I'll finish out those 5 platforms. And I'll start planning out how I'm going to dig the tunnels around here to get all of the farms hooked up, because I think that's a good first step before we actually set up the farms, is just to figure out how we're going to do it. I want to do as little water flowing as possible, so I'll probably do like a central part over there where all the different streams can just mesh in, and then have just one stream coming in this way. So that seems like the smartest way to do it to me. I'll also spend some time AFKing over at the slime farm to get a good supply of those built up. So that's on the horizon. And then let's take a look at our project board here, and let's talk about some priorities. So Nether Portal Enchanting Tower, that's for the most part done. Fortress Storage and Planning, that is definitely something we're working on right now. But I'm really looking forward to getting this villager breeder done, because having a villager breeder, even getting a stack of iron a day or an hour would be nice, which I think is about the best rates you can get in Bedrock Edition. But I need to get those villagers bred up and start planning out what we're going to do for an iron farm, because it's gonna take forever to make progress if we don't have a good supply of iron. So that's what I'll start working on. I'll start planning that stuff out. I'm looking forward to your feedback on the streaming. I'd really love to bring you guys along for all of that, but unfortunately, that's all the time we're going to have for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, share this video with your friends, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a great night.